Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be playing through the free, temporarily free at least, version of No Rest for the Wicked. I've been looking forward to this game. I've already gone ahead and tinkered with my settings to make sure everything works. So I'm just going to be playing for an hour or so, and I'm going to see how I feel about this one. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just hop on in. Okay, yeah, that Midgar was the realm I used to test my settings. Let's just make a new one. We'll call it Boletaria. We'll go hard mode, and we're ready to go. I'm just going to do main story. So yeah, just from the elevator pitch of this game being like an isometric Souls, or at least that's how I've been introduced to it, is very promising to me. And just from the materials I've seen in the trailers, oh, it's just dropping me right on in there. Okay. It gave me a quest item. Let's see what that is. Where is it? Oh. Not sure why we have Heal Rune on here twice. That's funny. Okay, whatever. I don't actually care that much. Okay. So, I think to start, I'm just wandering around getting stuff. Unfortunately, yeah, they just, maybe I should have done the prologue, because this is, you know, just kind of dropped me in here. Now that is Soulsy, I'm not gonna lie, to just drop you in. But they're not even telling me what my buttons are or nothing. Let's see what this guy has to say.
You'll never make it to Sacrament. From here, this coast is crawling. The Risen. But back it's...
The Risen, he says. What is... Or what are the Risen? Okay, now there was something about the game having a mechanic of like if you go too far on the map, it'll do something to places you've already visited. It wasn't very clear what I was hearing. I didn't delve too deep into it, what that meant. But yeah, something about the map, if you explore some amount, something with the map happens. I know that's very descriptive and helpful, but I think that's part of the game too, you know, just like very light ARPG elements going on in here, which I think is very cool because I like ARPGs and I like Souls games, so. Alright, what do we got in here? Coins? Armor shard, okay. Weapon upgrade material, armor upgrade material, and what is that other thing? Sorry, I'm having trouble navigating these menus. Okay, these are all like healing items. That's for researching items, and this is for changing enchantments on items. Oh, here it is. The quest item I was thinking about. Okay. So right now my plan is, I've seen there was like a hole in the ground that said I needed a shovel to dig it. Here's another one. So I guess I want to try to find a shovel. I see there's a door over there. I'll check that out in a second. I want to try to fill out this map right here as best I can. Just a little black spot right there. I think this is where I washed up actually, so I should just go over this way, see if there's anything over here. Anything up here. Okay, so I'm also getting prompted that I need an axe to chop down a tree. So I'm also going to be on the lookout for an axe. See some shinies here. Ah, I found an axe. I believe that's what I'm going to be using to cut down the trees. Cool. I'm not sure like how diligent I need to be about chopping down trees, like if I need to deforest the entire island or just the occasional tree here and there. I'm just gonna cut down the occasional tree here and there, and if I find out I need to amp up the production there, I can do that. What do we got here? More embers and a vial of defense. Huh. Lasts for a pretty long time. 180 seconds. It's not bad. Nothing up there, but I did see something over here. Cool. And then in here we've got armor. Very good. And oils, weapon oils, Monster Hunter moment. Okay. So I'm still light rolling even with this on, so it's just free to wear it. I don't know what the region means. Can I use my mouse to like hover over stats and see what they mean? I cannot do that. Okay, well I have no idea what region and gain are. I can guess that region is stamina region, and I can guess that gain is like money, or maybe like drop chance. But I would prefer if I could tell what these stats actually specifically do, just by looking. Also, strangely, focus and gain seem to have the same icon here. And region and stamina also seem to have the same icon. So maybe I can derive from this that I'm correct about region being stamina region, and perhaps gain means how much focus I gain, instead of like drop chance like I was thinking before, which makes more sense. It would make sense that gear would give you drop chance. So I guess I can operate under that assumption. How bad is my stamina gain right now? If I was to do a full combo, it's pretty good. I feel like I could stand to go relatively deeper into the stamina. Sorry, I'm noticing that chest up there and trying to brainstorm how to get up there while talking. So yeah, trying to brainstorm how I want to like gear my character, like if I want to go all in on the equipment, have worse stamina, and probably roll worse. Because I'm in the light right now, and I'm getting like a zippy dash right here, which is nice, but that's not usually how I play Souls games. So we'll see. Not actually sure how I'm intended to get that chest. I'm going to assume that something over here towards my objective is going to loop back to it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But let me see if I can mark my map. I can. So I'm going to mark my map right here so I don't forget that there's a chest here. Wow, I can even specifically pick a chest. I like that. I appreciate it when games let you do that, because I don't remember stuff so well. I'm still remembering that there's this door here. In fact, let me mark that as well. We'll mark that with a question mark. Cool. This water's looking suspect. But it's not actually doing anything. That's weird. I would have almost sworn that this water was going to poison me or something, but maybe it's not a real Souls-like after all if there's not a poisonous swamp, you know what? Oh my. My frames didn't like that for some reason. It could be that I'm screen recording. I might have to lower. I have the resolution up to like 120 or 130%. I could probably just lower that. Not a big deal. A ring. Fire resistance and plague resistance. So we got elemental resist and armor % up. That's pretty nice. It's giving me everything I want with no weight cost, I noticed. So on the ring goes. Very good. I don't really, Yeah, I'm just gonna skip past any notes. I don't really care. For the purposes of this video, rather, that is. Alright, so that looks good for over here. And I'm thinking, I'm probably, yeah, this is where I'm expecting something would lead over to that treasure chest. So I want to see if I can find, like, a ledge or something. Yeah, something over here. Cool. Alright, let me lower that resolution real quick. I'm getting a little bit of choppiness. Whoops. Where am I looking? Oh, it's at 100%? Oh, well, I don't really want to lower it below that. Whatever. If it gets really bad, I'll lower it some more. Otherwise, I'll just leave it as is. That's not a door, apparently. Looking for a pickaxe as well. So I'm looking for a shovel and a pickaxe, and I did already find the regular axe. Alright. This is the chest I was looking for, and here's, well, there's another copy of a regular axe, which is redundant. Probably. Can these break? There's an icon of what appears to be a hammer. I don't know if that's durability or something else. I'm going to assume that it is. I know durability is like a thing in this game. I've heard people talking about it. Okay. I wanted to take off this pin. That's what I wanted. Okay. So this is looking cleared out. So now I think I'm good on this part. So I'm going to go check out this door and then head south. Let's go see what's in this door. Danger, level 15, Brine Vault, I'm level 1. I'll just come back later. If in my more stubborn days, I would have just gone in there and see what I could do. But no reason I can't just come back later. I try to be a little less stubborn nowadays. But I should mark this so I remember that. I'm gonna give it a, can I do like a red skull? Oh no, it doesn't work that way. Okay, cool. So now I'm working my way. I think I've cleared all this out to my satisfaction. So I'm just going this way. There's nothing else to do on this island. I'm not sure what I'm gaining by killing these crabs, but there's a certain satisfaction to drop kicking these crabs, so I will continue to do so. Alright, there's a fire here and a chest here. Okay, herbs and mushrooms, very good. What do fires do? Oh, they just let you craft recipes, which is restoring 70 health. And wait, where did I get this fish skewer? I don't remember getting that. Might have been in a chest or something. Alright, let's just make as many of these as I can. And I see those as up on the D-pad, which is your classic healing item mapping. From Neo games, at least. I guess in Souls it wouldn't be that, but... Okay, going up here. Vial of Focus. That's a new one. What does that do? Focus gain. And then these are plague damage and lightning damage. I'm trying to remember what the word is from the Souls games, like papers. There we go. Oh, hello. Get out of the chest. Oh, what happened to me? Alright, hit up on the D-pad. Oh, that's quite slow. I'm not sure why my guy kind of just like fell over. Maybe I ran out of stamina. It didn't look like I did, but I'm also not too used to this UI, so not 100% sure what happened. Danger level 1, okay. So that's a little more on my pay grade right here. Is there anything else in here to look at? There's like this little windowy thing here. That just goes down to where I was, and I don't want to risk the fall damage, so I'll go the safe way. I see a chest over there. Let me mark that real quick. It's something like right here, it looks like. Cool. Chop down this tree. Don't know what the wood's for. Okay, so that's the dungeon up there. I'm going to explore the rest of this stuff outside of the dungeon and do the dungeon, you know, afterwards. Scythe. Wow. 18 damage, 10% chance to crit for 200%. Scales with bow and hands, whatever those are. Has a skill called Reap. It costs 18 stamina, regen. Now, how do I know where my stamina regen is, right? Like, because I see my dexterity, or whatever, what are they calling that? Foot stat is 10, but that doesn't correspond directly to my stamina regen. Is there anywhere on this UI that tells me what my stamina regen is supposed to be? I would like a little more clarity with the stats, if at all possible. Okay, so now I'm like normal weight, which is what I usually play in. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I got a slower, more typical roll instead of like a Bloodborne dash, which I'm completely fine with. I don't mind. Alright, looks like we have a two-parter. It's a little slow. What do our charges look like? Kind of fast, actually. Yeah, this weapon seems good to me. Alright, we got some stuff going on over here. See a chest. That one has a pickaxe. Sweet. Let's equip the pickaxe. That is to mine ore, I would assume. Yes. Very good. Oh, and here's ore right here. They look like Cerugioses. Okay, that was ambitious. It would have been cool if I landed that jump, though. No doubt about that. Alright, there's a ladder shortcut right there, and I have gloves. I can put these on and stay in normal, so I might as well. Oh wait, hold on. Also, I just noticed on the gloves it says regen minus, but this says cost 18. Okay, so there's like there's just weird like idiosyncrasies in the UI here, and just a lot of, it's not a big deal, but that's something that I would really expect to see corrected in the full version, right? Like, why does this say cost? Why does this say regen? Why does this have a flat value and this has a percentage value? Like, just stuff like that. Like, if it's like that for a reason, please tell me what the reason is, and please tell me what those things mean. Like, don't make me guess. Like, I feel like I've got a pretty good guess as to what those mean, but I shouldn't have to guess. You just tell me. Tell me what your stats do. Tell me what the numbers mean. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. I've got this thing that I activated, and I cannot tell what that did. Yeah, no clue what that did. I don't know what channeling it did. Don't know what activating it did. It will remain a mystery. Oh, I'm seeing in the bottom left also, I've got L1, doesn't do anything, R1, it has an anchor, and R2 has a heart. Okay. So I spent 50 of my orange meter to heal for 40 HP, which is cool. I like having HP. I see there's a chest way down there, and I see there's also like a blue shiny up there. That was a really weird vault. I had to really fight to get that vault. Can I drop this distance safely? Yes, I landed on bushes, so maybe, maybe not. Can I put this on without getting heavy? It weighs the same as what I'm wearing currently? Really? Oh, that's just strictly better. Cool. Alright, nifty. Feeling pretty good. So I have another charge of... Okay, we got a guy here. Oh shit. I'm on fire. Does rolling get rid of it? Seemingly not. Okay, my stamina's low. I need to let that come back. Let him do his thing. Well, I tried to buffer a charge attack there, and it came out like way later than I was trying to make it come out. And I don't know if that was a skill issue or a buffering issue. Oh, he's got a lot of reach. Okay, it happened again. And I know for sure I was not out of stamina then. So I don't know what that was about. There's like some weird buffering business going on in this game. Alright, enemy's dead. I leveled up. What was up with that buffering? So if... Yeah, like, I'm hitting the button, like, ASAP here, like, as soon as the attack starts coming out, and I'm not having any issues at all. I don't know what that was. Maybe my frames dropped and who knows? I don't want to think about it too hard. Alright, I got another weapon. Let's compare it. This one has the same crit thing. It scales with bow. Less damage, less shield. See, again, I don't know what that means. I have a good guess as to what that means. I would guess that that means if I hit someone who's blocking, it would do more or less poise damage, but I don't know that's what that means, so I would like, you know, more clarity there. Costs less stamina regen, has less focus gain, has less weight. So I'll just keep this in my back pocket in case I find myself in heavy. And then I've got a shield here, but my weapon is two-hand, and this other weapon is also, I assume, two-hand. Let me try it out real quick. Yeah, it's also two-hand. It's a lot more stabby of a moveset than I expected. But that's a nice moveset. I quite like that. Oh, that's very slow. What in the world? Yeah, it's a good moveset. I'll probably enjoy playing as that later. Okay, there's a ladder here. So that, I would assume, would be something here that links over. Go down. Sidle. Got a chest. A staff, which appears to be a wheel on a stick. Oh, it is indeed a wheel on a stick. How about that? What is magic like in this game? I saw that it had two skills there, Plague Breath and Plague Nova. Let's try that out, see what this is like. Plague Breath is quite cheap at 35 compared to how expensive everything else seems to be. Am I able to, like... I don't really want to risk jumping down there. Nah. I don't know if I can jump in that water or not without dying to fall damage. I don't actually even know if there is fall damage. It hasn't happened yet, but, like, surely there's fall damage, right? I respect fall damage a little too much from these Souls games. Yeah, let me test it here, actually. Let me drop here. No damage. What about here? No damage. Still can't tell if that's actually doing it. Oh. I would have totally missed that. Wow. Oh, and this. And this. Would have totally missed a lot of... Okay, well, the horseshoe crab, that's not a big deal if I miss that, but... Oh, this is like a dungeon. Wow. Level 15 again. It doesn't one-shot the rats? Hold on a second. That's some tomfoolery, silly business. I think 10 of these is fine. Maybe I do Bloodborne and craft until I have 20. I mean, if I have, like, a spell that's healing me for... Well, if I want to use this staff, I probably want to use my focus for damage instead of healing. But I also don't think I'm going to be using this staff long term. I just want to kind of see what it's like. Okay, this crab is the perfect victim. Yeah, that's oh, dear heavens. This is not doing it for me. Let me see if I can... Cool. Yeah, I've got the whole squad on me. Let me reposition real quick. Something's in the way. There we go. I don't know about this. It's feeling a little dangerous. Get myself out of here. This seems a little above my pay grade. Maybe if I could come in here and fight these things like one at a time instead of getting like a quadruple charge spells. Oh, was I supposed to be charging the thing on the staff? That would explain why it was so underwhelming, but I don't care. I'm just going to stick with the axe, and I'm going to go try this one more time. See if I can grab these enemies one at a time. I mean, I should have been suspicious as soon as I was not successful at one-shotting the rat. That should have been pretty telling as to what I was in for in here. Let's see what happens. Can I one-shot the crab? Not even close. I think I should just not be here. Oh, that is not what I expected. Get out of line of sight for his projectile there. I still seem to be in the AoE. Get me out of that. So I can just kind of finesse this enemy like so. Okay, that didn't lock onto him like I thought it would. Come here. Alright, I'm doing some pretty acceptable damage. Not good considering I think this is just a basic mob, but... I see he has like a stagger meter that's going up. I was shooting a projectile. Oh dear. That's a projectile. Okay. 2 projectiles as a matter of fact. If I tag him again, I have a heal. He's just dead. He's not dead. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I should be here. But let's just see what's in this first room at least. Oh boy. Firebrand berries, what are you? Oh, what has happened to me? Oh, now I'm actually seeing what this thing is. It's like a dude with an anemone on his head or something. Recharge my health. Not my health, what am I talking about? My stamina. Wait for him to lunge. Whoops. So this game does something that I struggle with, where it's like enemies ragdoll a lot when you hit them, and it can be hard to tell, like, if they're starting an attack while you're attacking them, or if they're just getting ragdolled. Alright, he's out of there. I think I'm starting to get... I don't know, these guys do a lot of like feints and wiggling, so it's still a little hard to tell when it's safe to attack or not, but... Okay, there are a lot of them downstairs. I don't feel particularly... Oh, I just picked up the light source. Yeah, I'm out of here. I shouldn't be here. I'm a market, though. On my map, mark it like this, and I'm going to put a skull on it. Now, it doesn't feel like it was like that much stronger than me. I feel like if I get like 3 or 4 more levels, I'll probably be able to do it. Oh, hey, like a stronger weapon with a plague crash ability. A quiver for arrows, which I'm not using. Okay, let's take a look at this. That puts me in heavy by a pretty significant margin. So I'm just gonna not... Oh wait, hold on. I have a level. Let's look at the stats. Health, this is giving me 9 per. And I'm healing 50, I think, from my consumable. How much is that giving me? The mushroom soup, 70. So the mushroom soup gives me 70, and my spell gives me 40. And usually in like a game like this, my rule of thumb with health is I like my healing items. I like to use them at half HP and have it full heal me. So like with the 40, I'm already good to go. But if I'm using like the mushroom soup to heal, I would like to have 140 HP. So if I use one at half HP, it full heals me. But that would take more points than I have. Stamina, I would always like more stamina, but I don't feel like I need more stamina right now. Strength. Oh, is this one of those games where it's like the stats are literally only used for damage scaling on your weapons? Because it's starting to look like that's the case. And this one appears to have like... It's not even getting a whole point per level. But maybe it's like higher scaling with the hands. No? Weird. Okay, so it's getting like 1.5 damage per level or something. Focus is giving me focus points. Kind of a lot, actually. And then more focus gain. And then equip load, of course. It's gonna... So I think I'm gonna do this like Lies of P style and just focus mostly on equip load so I can wear the best equipment at all times. But I do like how I can get my focus to 155 because my heal is 50. So that's just a whole extra heal at all times for just 3 stat points. So I'm going to do that. And then the next ones I'm going to start putting into equip load so I can wear that axe that I got. And that's my plan for now with the leveling. Grab the horseshoe crabs. I saw something red over here. Oh, fishing rod. Okay. Alright, he's dead. Oh, hey, I found the fishing rod. And I leveled up. It seemed like I leveled up when I picked up the fishing rod, but I'm pretty sure I just leveled up when I killed the guy. Okay, am I able to wear the axe and then get myself down into... Oh, I sure can. Sweet, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa. That's really slow. This is the kind of weapons I usually like. Oh, that stamina regen looked pretty noticeably slower as well. How does that compare to this? This is a cost 18. This is also a cost 18? Okay, well maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay, let's fish. Holy carp. And what's my plan here? I'm just exploring the periphery. And then I do have this level 1 dungeon, like right here. So I just finished exploring the periphery and go do the dungeon. Whoops. Oh, okay, so there is fall damage. That's what I was doing. I was testing the fall damage. I was being scientific. There was no other reason for me to... Hold on a second. Haha. They thought they were slick putting this down here. Whoops. You know, it's so interesting with an isometric game like this. So many of these elements that you just take for granted as being background elements or environmental elements, like you can jump on them and climb them. And it's like kind of throwing me for a loop a little bit. In a good way. Like I really like that. Okay. Goodies. Alright, how good at this game am I? I could have been cleaner. I could have landed directly... Oh, never mind. I'm bad at the game. But imagine how cool it would have been if I landed right on that tree. Alright, I'm going in. Hi. Oh, I got tricked with the animations. So he does a double attack, and I'll just hit him twice. Okay, yeah, it's like eating my inputs there. I know for sure I had stamina. I don't know what that is. I guess like when you're in combat, it doesn't buffer the same as it does when you're out or something. I don't know what it is. Very weird. Okay. Clear this little area out. I see a fella up there. Actually, I have enough power. Let's see what this does. Okay, it gave him a status. If I hit him with it again, it should status him. It didn't, but it knocked him over and I wasted it. Ah, yes. Feeling pretty good about this axe. Just gotta be careful not to get buffer spam or buffer scammed. A bomb and an ingredient. Okay. Oh. The bomb, I guess. I'm so bad about using like consumables like this. I see something over there to the left. Let's go try to get that. Like, oh, it'd be really funny if attacking the tree with the axe, like, chopped it. Oops. Wait, huh? So I guess pressing triangle for the QTE on the tree also picked up the item that was on the ground. That was funny. I would have thought that'd be disabled. A human bone. What is my character using human bones for? I have to wonder. Oh, hello. Ooh, I thought I could roll. I couldn't. Okay, I got scammed out of a button again there. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, so I'm reconsidering how much I like the axe. Because like this seems like a very hit and run kind of game where you hit them and then you dodge away. And the attack is, yeah, like, seems like you just barely aren't able to dodge away in time for most stuff that they try to do. So I'm reconsidering how much I want to use this. I guarantee the daggers would not have that problem. And I mean, no reason I can't just switch to them. Or the scythe, it didn't have that problem either. Like I could attack and then pretty quickly dodge out. Whereas the axe, attack, 10 years before you can dodge out. Yeah, that seems like I'm better off with just using the scythe. It's nice knowing you axe. You're just a little too unsafe and committal for me. Alright, let's do this first and then go over there and get that shiny. Got this chest right here. It has a helmet. got a headpiece. Very good. XP pot. I have no idea when I would ever use an XP pot. Again, that's going to be something that's going to sit in my inventory forever. Alright, I'm heavy rolling. So now's a good time to go use these daggers. Perfect. Alright. Cool. A key. And this looks like that dagger I had come across earlier. Yeah, sure is. Did I say dagger? This is the ladder I came across earlier. I don't know if I found a shovel. Yeah, I haven't found a shovel yet. They're keeping a piece of wood inside of a chest. I don't know about that. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's kind of funny. Okay, let's go. I'm noticing the sound of the pew is not lining up with the arrow coming out. That's odd. I think I could probably do 3 dagger hits. Hit, hit. 1, 2, 3. Do the full string. He's dead. It's seeming very suspiciously like this is a yet another fast attacker's Souls game, where the heavy weapons are not exactly good enough to offset the benefits of a lighter, slower weapon, but could be wrong. Whoa, got stuck on the rail there. Ooh, he fainted me out there. Careful about my stamina here. Cool. Let's see what's out here. Heal up real quick. A shiny. A pick. Oh, I have a pickaxe already. But that would have been cool if I didn't. So I appreciate that there's like dupes of these things, so that gives me comfort that I haven't just missed wherever the shovel is. Oh wow. Hold on a second. There's friendly fire? Oh my goodness. That's funny. Okay, my stamina regen is feeling pretty slow. Maybe I take the helmet off? That just feels wrong though, not having something in every slot. And like it's only 4, 8, 9% stamina down, unless this also, like is it 4, 8, 9, 23 for this 14? See, it's just so unclear with the cost. Whatever, okay. And I am seeing also my durabilities on my tools have gone down, but not on my gear. Interesting. So if the durability on my tools is going down, that means there is value to having duplicates of them. Western Bridge key. I guess that's not the key that I've got. Mark this. Hold on, like this. And that's going to be a... what would a locked door be? What would I remember as being a locked door? A question mark? No, a star. Let's do a star. I see a shiny up there, but I also see a piece of wood, so I'll probably get to it through that piece of wood. Right. I see another one of those mysterious blue tendrily things over there. Still not quite sure what those are actually doing. Alrighty. A scimitar and another piece of armor. Cool. Let's go this way. Oh, that was very sus. I don't know why I felt the need to do a running jump there. That's just asking to get killed to fall damage. Ingot. Cool. Don't feel like there's any need to continue scaling that little stone wall there, so let's check out some of these. Being able to climb on the boxes is funny. I wonder if there's going to be a moment where, like, you don't want to break boxes because you needed them to climb on something or whatever. That'd be funny. Goodbye, rat. Okay, so there's something that goes down there and something that goes down here. That feels like more of an intended pathway, so I'm going to go this way first. Oh, and also I should heal. Let's take a look at these new pants that I got and the new armor that I got. The pants have a stamina cost reduction bonus on them. That seems like a no-brainer. The stats are the same, the costs are the same, the weight's the same, so this is just better. Sweet. How about this? This is same deal. Weight's the same, costs are the same, but I get elemental resistance is increased. So may as well wear it. Sweet. And then that is 3 minutes of stamina. Just when it says increased, is that like my max stamina? Like going from whatever it's at now, 50? Oh, hold on. I can see my stats here. Let me take these off. So this says cost 14. Stamina's at 50, regen's at 33. So if I take these off, whoa, do not destroy them. 50 and 33. Okay, so what? What is the cost then? I don't understand. Is it weight? Do they weigh 15? No, they don't, because they weigh 20. So I have no idea what the 14 there is doing. But this is regen 4%, so if I'll also, wait a minute, where'd my clothes go? So I took my clothes off somehow, and my regen's at 33, and if I put the clothes back on, then it's at 32, and the clothes were -4. Okay, so it was -4% of the 33, I guess, and not -4% like additively. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to continue thinking about this. I've got a straight sword, which is stronger than my daggers. It's a little heavier. A red spooky ring. Attack damage reduced by 12%? No thank you. Not interested. I like pressing my square button. But let's see about this scimitar, though. It's going to put me in heavy. But attack speed up for 4% of current durability. And if the durability is the 100, that would give me 4 attack speed, which isn't a lot, but I mean, it's free attack speed. That's a lot of extra damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm heavy rolling. Oh, that's such a cool string. Oh. He's throwing stuff. He's got good aim, too. Okay, the roll attack's pretty slow. I can wait. I'm not in a rush. Okay, that was pretty sloppy. But in my defense, I feel like the slow roll contributed to the sloppiness. It wasn't my fault. Okay, so if I was to lower my weight, say by putting this on, does that put me in normal? It does. Okay, cool. So I can just be content with that until such time as a... Oh, it's got a 3-part attack string. Very stamina expensive. Why am I having trouble with this jump here? Oh, you have to hold the button. You can't, like, roll off an edge. I see. My third shield that I won't be using. Oh, the rats can attack you. How funny. He missed, but I just assumed the rats and the crabs couldn't, like, do anything to you. Okie dokie. Bonk. Yeah, this has like a good like window where you can roll after your swing. I don't know what it is about that axe. I don't know what they were thinking, making the window so terrible. Like, it just makes the weapon kind of unusable, in my opinion, unless I'm missing something. Bonk. Goodbye. Okay, Sacrament Guardian Armors. What do we got here? That is a lot of extra defense. Well, again, I assume that's defense. I don't know. I don't know what these symbols mean. I just know one is a number with what appears to be a shirt, and then one is an amogus, and I don't know what those are. I'm being negative, and I shouldn't be, because I'm actually quite liking this game. I want to make that clear. It frustrates me when a game like this is just unclear and inconsistent for no reason. Like, there's no reason not to tell the player what the stats mean and what the numbers mean. Like, doesn't make your game cooler. It's learning the wrong lessons from Dark Souls, right? Like, having to go to a wiki to be like, what does this stat do? That doesn't make your game cooler. That just adds a step to the process of playing your game, you know? Same as, like, not being able to pause, which, let me guess, I can't pause this game, right? Yeah. Like, learning the wrong lessons from Dark Souls. Not being able to pause doesn't make Dark Souls good. That's just something they did because of how their online worked. I need the mess hall key. Whoa, nice try, Buster. How about you shoot your friend? Shoot your friend. Do it. Oh, I'm stuck on geometry here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay, heal. Sorry if you hear my dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll just bop him. There was an odd delay on my attack there. That's not usually... Yeah, there's just weird stuff that happens. Like, when I was in combat there, like, here, when I'm testing it, as soon as the thing's charged, it comes out. But in that combat, he just, like, stood there for an extra, like, I don't know, 20, 30 frames. I don't know why. Does he do it again? No. Wow, that does so much damage, though. Good gracious. Alright, have I fully explored over here? Oh, hello. Bonk. Bonk. That's fun. Doesn't give me a whole lot of focus, though. So I guess I should probably use, like, the weaker... Oh no. Oh no, I have to eat soup. Yup. Cool. Paddle. It's strong, too. What the heck? A silly little paddle, and it's heavy. What in the world? I like the sound of Stamina Wellspring, though. I'm gonna guess that that will put a little puddle on the ground, makes my stamina raise a little faster. And that sounds really useful. Mess hall key has been found. Can I get in here? Oh, that's the mess hall. Alright. Is there stuff up here? Sure is. Oh! Oh, that's rude. Oh, and y'all got this guy too? Okay. It ate my roll there. Yeah, there's like something really weird going on with the input buffer in this game. I don't know what it is, but like having inputs eaten basically every combat, like you can get away with a lot of mistakes in this game, clearly, because I'm making lots of them, but like that's frustrating. I don't really like that. Like, thankfully it's not hard enough of a game yet, at least, for it to matter, but yeah, it happened again. It didn't matter, they didn't attack me, but I couldn't roll out of my attack. I don't know what's up with that. Bye. Yeah. Pressed the button when I shouldn't have. It didn't have trouble buffering that attack, I'll tell you that much. Okay, that's what these are. I see. Respawn points. enemies have not respawned, I've noticed. So I could just kind of like face tank encounters like this if I wanted to. I don't know, maybe it's time-based or... Oh, dear heavens. I didn't drop a bloodstain or anything. What did I lose by dying? Did I lose anything? Okay, that's what affects your gear durability. It's like Diablo. And I don't think... Oh wait, I am. This sword has the attack speed scaling with durability. And depending on how it rounds, I would have lost an entire percentage of attack speed, I suppose. If it's 4% and I had 100, now I don't have 100. Hello, fellers. Oh yeah, hold on. Yoink! Oh, that was way less powerful than I hoped. But that's okay. Bonk. Get my stamina back. Bonk. Oh, I hit his shield. Curses. Okay, you done. I'm just face taking this like a absolute fool. But that's the playstyle, what can I say? Oh, I healed when I leveled up, I didn't even notice.
How's that, you bastards? Who's squealing now? Thank you, but I got my suppose.
Who's squealing indeed?
Now, keep a careful eye.
Whoa, I'm in sell on accident. Except, yes, let's do some selling. I don't need this, and I don't need this, and I ain't gonna use that, but I should probably keep it. It feels like it's probably smart to just keep it. Sell my shields. I'll always find more shields. I don't want to hoard my stuff. Anything I'm not currently wearing, I'm not gonna hoard it. I'm keeping that because that's what I want to wear if I could spare the weight for it. Didn't like the wand. I did like the daggers, did not like the axe. I did like the scythe. Cool. Repair. Repair all. Wow, he's very generous. He gave me $14 in savings. Bud of the Everlasting Tree. Is any of this like a strict improvement, like less weight? Oh, hey, the shovel. That's what I'm talking about. Give me that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's see if I can't put on my like full outfit and use the level I just got to go back to normal weight. Not quite. Okay. So this goes back on. And we're good to go. So what did I want to spend this health on, or wait, this level on if I can't get my weight better? Probably like stamina. I'm actually having some stamina problems. I could appreciate having more, or health. Yeah, actually, let's get my health up. There we go. So now I can do my heal at like 60% HP. That seems reasonable. Especially with how face tanky I am with my slow weapon. I feel like that'll be a nice cushy way to play the game. Hi there. How come you didn't help your buddies in that fight down there, huh? Oh, didn't dodge in time. Bonk. Thanks for the focus, Rat. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to trade blows with a weapon like this. Because, like, they can, like, start their attacks during the startup of your attack, and there's not really a lot you can do. But it's okay. Because I'm getting more than enough healing. And I need to stop being stingy with my soups as well. And, like, trying to be cute, waiting for meter so I can heal that way. Because, like, I have 10 of them, and I could make more. Oh, I see what they want me to do here. There we go. Cycling's a little weird. I had to hit the button a few times there. What do we got? We got more wood in a chest. Okay, I can take that marker down. Did I get the key that I needed for that? I don't remember what key it needed. Do I have more keys? Where would I check? Here we go. Keys. Storage room. Okay, I think storage room was the one I needed. Now I did notice that, oh, there's also something going on down here that I don't think I've gotten to. Herbs. Alright, there is, something upstairs here, like in the rafters. Do I go this way to get to it? Oh, it was just that simple. Cool. Now there's also this little rope thingy that I'm very tempted to mess with. But I feel like I might die if I like just try to jump on it. But then again, what's the big deal if I die? It doesn't really matter. So once I finish exploring here, well, I guess it does matter because I have to repair my stuff again. Don't really want to do that. Got a new hat. It's lighter. It being lighter doesn't really do anything for me. It does give me less... It does make my regen better. And it costs me 13 defense. And if I could see... Oh, I can see. My defense is at 91, so that's like 15% of my defense. I want more stamina regen. That would be nice. Can I put this on? No. So next level I can probably do a little more equip load and put on my good shirt. Oh, I've been down here already. Okay, so this guy has respawned. I wonder what the criteria are for him to have done so. Bonk. But now, unfortunately, I didn't realize I was backtracking this way. Where's the fire at? Oh, and also, there's a shiny that's back. How interesting. So is this what they were talking about like you explore enough? Yeah, like all the shinies are back in this starting area. How interesting. And the chest too? Wow. Now the thing I'm curious about are like these environmental things like the chests and the shinies. How much do I have? I think 20 is fine. Keep it Bloodborne. Are they like leveling up? Because I'm like level 3 right now, I think. Possibly level 4. So the question is, am I going to be fighting and finding level 3 stuff here? Or is it staying like maintaining a world level? I guess there's no way to tell. Like, is there gear levels and stuff? Seems like it. Level 1 in the top right on all this stuff. I think that's what that is, right? It'd be nice if I could know for sure. Okie dokie. So my star is over here. Upstairs, right? And then to the left. A little more upstairs. Wonder if I could have just death warped here. That probably would have been faster. But then my durability, though. I would have lost a percentage of attack speed. Oh, and now this is back. Interesting. Infinite treasure glitch. Oh, hello. Y'all are back too. I mean, I guess, why wouldn't they be if the treasure was back? Okay, I gotta be careful with that second hit in the string. Let him shoot his arrow. Oh my goodness, he tracks so well. Okay, I had my first attack get eaten there. Let him do something. It did it again! Yeah, what is the deal? He just sat there holding the charge, not letting it go. That drives me crazy. Western Bridge Key is this one. Okay, so I don't really want to like grab all the shinies again. So I'm just gonna continue on. Are all these guys back? They're not back. So this is like where the game's remembering my progression point is. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so he's given me like a gate key, I think it was. Go up here. Use that. A rat. One of these guys again. Oh, he's just doing the one hitter. Thought he was doing the 3-hitter. I whiffed. Oh dear. I think I can do 2 hits. Get out of there. Wait for the fire. Heal. He jumps, and then he has a second attack after that. Then a charge attack. Another charge attack. And he's dead. Cool. Oh my goodness, why did I do that? That was so silly of me. It worked out, but would have been real funny if I just jumped to my death there for no reason. Alright. This seems like a good place to call it for today. So here are my impressions on the game. I think, and I apologize, I was pretty negative in the video because there's like small things that bother me. And they're a pet peeve in any game, not just this one. So I'll get those out of the way because that's been the tone of the video. There is a profound lack of clarity in the numbers and the effects in the stat screen to a frustrating degree, right? Like, to the best of my ability to tell, and I tried to use my mouse as well, right? Like, tried hovering over things with my mouse. You can't tell what the numbers mean. You can't tell what the stats are. You can't tell what this shirt is down here. You can't tell what the Amogus is. Why does this say cost 23? Why does this say region? Why does it, you know, gain? Those words don't mean anything to me, and I don't want to have to guess or try to figure it out. I shouldn't have to. You should just tell me what the numbers mean. You should tell me what cost does. I wasn't even able to tell. Like, I came here over in a different tab, by the way, to see what the stats are, and I can't tell what the implications are of cost 23. And it drives me nuts. Just tell the player what the numbers mean. I should be able to go over to the stats over there and hover over each of them. I should be able to go to the bottom right and see what the Amogus and the shirt mean. Right? Like, all this should just be information that I have. I don't need to be guessing what these things do. So that's like a really big pet peeve. And it's not a game killer, and it's early access, and that might not have been a priority item. But come on, please do that. The weapon movesets are neat. I enjoyed the ones that I played with. The axe moveset, which I have sold, it seemed a little unusable, in my opinion, right? Like, it didn't seem like it was breaking poise any better than the other slow weapons I was using, and you cannot roll for like a calendar year after you swing. And it appears like this is the kind of game where you just hit them once and you roll, and you hit them once and you roll, and then you hit them once and then you roll, and then if you get a big opening, then you can combo. But like, you can't do that with the axe, that moveset. So, you know, what can you do, right? Slow weapon has a difficult time in a Souls game. More news at 11. I like the gear. You know, I like the possibility of getting like affixes, so you just get like a piece of gear that's just better in a special kind of way than other pieces of gear. I like that. I think that's fun. I've enjoyed trying out different weapons, seeing number go up. I enjoy managing, you know, my weight and putting points into equip load. And then if I have the equip load that I need, then putting the points into focus or health, and then stamina. I want stamina. Now, these damage stats here, strength, dex, intelligence, and faith, maybe things change later, right? But I think it's kind of lame that literally all they do is scale up damage and stuff with the matching, you know, scaling, right? Because, like, generally speaking, you play an RPG, not just a Souls game, but any RPG, right? these do other stuff, right? Like strength maybe will give you a little bit of extra weight class, not as much as equip load, but a little bit. Or maybe your dexterity gives you like better stamina regen, or it makes you move a little bit faster. Or maybe your intelligence gives you like elemental resistance. Just it doesn't have to be that. It's just, it's kind of lame that all they do is scale your matching symbols, and it makes me not really want to invest in them ever because I'm trying everything I can as I get it. Right? Like I don't want to spec into this. Maybe you can respec later and then these will make a little bit more sense, but like it doesn't feel gratifying to invest points in over like half of your stat points here. Just feel like they're just weapon number go up, and they don't feel worth investing in at all for what I would imagine the entirety of like a playthrough. Who knows what the end game of this looks like? Maybe that changes later, but just how it feels right now. First impressions. Okay, so oh yeah, also the input buffering is driving me absolutely bonkers, and I don't know if it's because I'm recording and maybe my frames are dropping every so often, but I don't think that's the case because it happens so consistently in combat specifically, right? Like when I'm going around the world, I don't really have any issues, right? Like sometimes the character is stubborn about climbing up on stuff, and it's not 100% clear, like, am I unable to climb this or should I keep trying harder? And that's a little spooky because if you try and you have the angle wrong, or you're not actually able to climb up something, then you might dash off it and fall to your death. So, that's a little spooky, but it's not a big deal because that's kind of just been a hallmark of Souls games forever, is just very sus platforming. But it's not a big deal. But in combat, it's so frequently it'll eat my input for an attack, and then so like I'll have an opening and I'll hit the button, and then the attack doesn't come out. But it's more noticeable with my slow weapons because like I'm looking at them and not really myself, and so for like that little half second of startup, I think my attack is coming out, and so I'm just sitting here like a fool. I hit the button and I'm like, where's my attack at? And then, then my choice is to just give up the opening or just hit square again and then, maybe trade with them. And, it's a bummer, right? So, like, if I was using daggers, it'd be more obvious. Like, I hit the button, no dagger swing comes out, so I just hit the button again, no problem. But this big weapon, I'm like, where's my big swing that I pressed half a second ago? And so that sucks. The charge attacks, I don't understand why in the combat. Why is it that I do a charge attack and then my guy just stands there for like a whole 30... It's more than I thought before. It's like a whole 30, 40, 50 frames. Like almost over half a second. And it's like, why? Why does that happen? That doesn't happen at all outside of combat. But then in combat, you're like right here. And you have an opening adequate to do this. But suddenly that opening's not so adequate when the move decides that it's going to have like double or triple the startup like it's supposed to have. And I don't understand. Why does that happen? So something has to happen about the input eating. Like that is infuriating. Like the game's not hard enough for it to matter right now, but I have to imagine later it will be. And I would lose my mind if I was dying to like a hard fight or a long gauntlet of fights because my buttons didn't come out or because they decided to take longer. Like that would ruin the game for me, for sure. So that needs to get fixed, and the number stuff needs to be fixed. But that's the negative stuff. Positive stuff, I love the game's vibe. It looks great. The sound is good. The world design is really nice. It's not quite this, but it reminds me of playing the Captain Toad games, if you're familiar, where it's like the isometric camera angle lets you design your levels in such a way where you can put like very specifically designed nooks and crannies, right? Like you'll dangle something like off to the side and you'll be like, hey, there's a chest here. How do you think you can get to it? And you're like, well, it would have to be over there. Like I can't see that it's over there, but that's the only way that makes sense, right? So you go look off to the side where you think there it is, and then sure enough, there's like a breakable wall or there's like a hidden elevator or something. And it's just, I think that is cool. And like the way that this game uses stuff that you're so used to just being environmental elements and like set dressing, like this wall that I just climbed up on, for example, like that's crazy that you can do that. I would, from years of playing Diablo, I'd be like, oh, that's that's just there. That's a wall. You can't go past that. But in this game, no, you can climb up on it and walk across it and use it as like a means to get to stuff. And I just think that's really cool. And I'm loving every second of like them using that, like climbing up on roofs, climbing up on walls to get to roofs, getting on fallen trees, like stuff that would be meaningless in any other ARPG beyond just being a visual set dressing piece, or at best like an obstacle that you use in combat. In this game, it's like part of the level, and I think that's so cool. And so it makes the existing in a level more interesting, right? Like this bridge right here in Diablo, all this bridge would be is I come in here and I go over here and oh, I can't walk there, and I go over here and I fight some guys and that's it. But in this game, it's like every bridge, even if it was a mundane bridge, I could be like, okay, there's something here. Is there secrets? What happens if I drop off? Over here, what happens if I drop off? You know, is it worth jumping? This wall over here, I can climb on that wall. And so it makes a big difference. I love that. I can't... the gear, I like the gear system. It's like a basic, like, Diablo gear system, at least so far, right? Like, it's like, you get gear, and the numbers on it are kind of what you're interested in early game. But maybe you get a piece of gear that has, like, a really good enchantment, and that's cool. Ooh, actually, I didn't even read this. Let's put that on real quick. Wait. Well, I'll want to put that on later, for sure. But yeah, like, it's just fun. It makes your gameplay experience a little different. Now, the whole thing about respawning chests and shinies, I don't know how I feel about that right now. Like, it's nice that there is a reason to revisit older areas. But I don't know if it's like leveling the areas up so it's like harder when you come back, or if it's just the same as it ever was and it's just stuff is back there, because, you know, that will stop mattering very quickly. If it levels up with you, that's different, because then there would be a reason to, you know, pick up the shinies and loot the chests again. And that's really the thing that I need an answer for. Like, is there a reason to care? Or am I just going to be opening a chest that has level 1 gear when I'm level 50 and it doesn't matter anymore, you know? So that question I cannot answer yet. I'll have to find out later. The enemies, their dynamic, not sure how I feel about that. Oh, hold on, there's a door here. I'll have to visit that later. Like, I don't necessarily love the combat dynamic of go in and fight 3 guys and kill one, and then you can die if you need to and come back and fight 2 guys and then die if you need to, come back, fight 1 guy. Like, sure, your durability goes down, but like, you know, I don't really love the whole face tanky feel of it. I kind of like having the obstacle be like, here's what you got to deal with, and you got to find a way to deal with it, and if you can't solve this fight, get stronger, come back later until you can, right? Like, I don't like chip away at it, kill 1 guy, and then come back. It does lend itself to cheesiness, right? Like, especially with the whole hit and run style the game seems to be encouraging as well. That's something I'm going to have to keep an eye on. Do they make good use of that dynamic, or is that just the way the game is and it do be? Now, again, the game's not really that hard enough to where it's like I would expect to be dying in that many combats, so maybe it doesn't even matter that much, and that could very well be the case. It literally doesn't matter, and there's no big deal. So we'll have to see about that. Let me think. Is there anything else big that I wanted to touch on? I think that's mostly it. I'm really liking this game, and I think I'm going to buy it for sure. The performance was not chugging like this when I was playing on my own, so I think this is just a consequence of me, you know, recording my screen, that I'm getting as many frame drops as I am on the settings that I've got. So I wouldn't necessarily complain about the performance, and this is a very pretty game, so of course it's going to be a little heavier on the graphics use. So no major complaints about the performance, unless the performance is the reason why my inputs are acting weird in combat. I don't think it is because of the way it's behaving, but if that's the problem, then yeah, the performance needs to be looked at, but only if it's correlated with that input problem. Yeah, sorry I was a bit rambly there at the end. I think this game's really cool. I'm really excited to see how it grows. So far, first impressions from what I've played so far, I would say something like 8 out of 10. Highly subject to change up or down based off of how the remainder of the game plays, right? But first impressions, yeah, 8 out of 10. Easily worth the $20 it's on sale for right now. Yep, I'll stop rambling. Y'all have a great day, and thank you for watching.